Ever wondered why some veneers look flawless while others scream fake teeth? Most people worry their new smile will look obvious. And honestly, I've seen it happen way too often. After 17 years of smile makeovers, I know exactly what separates natural looking veneers from a dental disaster. So I'm gonna show you the clear signs of great veneers and the red flags to watch for before you commit and end up with a smile you regret. A patient of mine came in recently, and during her consult, we did a deep dive into her Facebook photos. Sounds a little strange, I know, but it turned out to be incredibly revealing. In every single picture, she was smiling, but never showing her teeth. Instead, she's doing this tight-lipped smile or a subtle kissy face, always covering the edges of her front teeth. The most genuine photo on her profile, the one where her face was absolutely lit up, was a group photo someone else had posted and tagged her in. You could see her teeth. They weren't perfect, but the joy on her face was undeniable. It wasn't a photo that she would have posted herself, but she didn't remove the tag because it was a moment with people she loved. When we talked about a smile makeover, her biggest fear wasn't the cost. It wasn't the procedure. It was this: I don't want people to instantly know I had veneers. I don't want big white chiclets. She wasn't afraid of veneers. She was afraid of looking artificial. And this is where most people get it wrong. They think natural veneers are all about choosing the right shade, but shade is only one small piece of the puzzle. What actually makes veneers look natural is the combination of translucency, contours, surface texture, and the way light moves across teeth. When those details aren't designed intentionally, veneers can look fake, even if the color is right. That's the difference between a smile that looks done and one that just looks like you. Another recent patient, we'll call him Michael, was stepping into a high-profile leadership role with a new job. He actually told my assistant first, not me, which is pretty normal. Some things are just easier to say out loud to someone else before you're ready to say them to your dentist. What he said was simple: I don't want a fake Hollywood smile. I want my smile, just upgraded. Michael had seen a pro athlete on TV recently whose veneers were so blinding and opaque, it honestly looked like the guy had still had a mouth guard in. And Michael told me flat out, if my smile looks like that, everyone in my office will call me horse teeth. So he didn't want attention, he wanted confidence. And this is where most people get it wrong. A whiter smile isn't always a better smile. Super white, bathroom tile white, can look just as fake as a mouthful of chiclets. Now, natural looking veneers have variation. There's a gentle curve, a little asymmetry, subtle translucency near the edges. The veneers that look fake are usually too flat, too uniform, too symmetrical, or too white for the person's face and complexion. The goal isn't perfection, it's harmony. The best veneers don't scream, I got my teeth done. They just make everything work, like you on your best day, not a brand new person. One of the most eye-opening conversations I've ever had was with a patient named Olivia. She sat down and said, I'm scared I'm gonna wake up with a smile I didn't even choose. That stopped me. No one had ever phrased it quite like that before. So I asked her why she felt like she wouldn't have a say in the process. It turns out a friend of hers had veneers done elsewhere and never got to see the design ahead of time. She hated her temporary veneers, but was reassured, don't worry, the finals will be totally different. They were different, but she didn't like those either. Her exact words were that she felt like she was wearing someone else's teeth. That experience stuck with Olivia, and honestly, I completely understand why. Here's what most people don't realize. You should have far more control in your veneer design process than you think. With a proper preview, mock-ups, temporaries, 3D design, you're not supposed to be surprised. You should be able to see it, test it, live with it, and approve the look before anything becomes permanent. When that step gets skipped, the risk of unnatural results goes way up. Now let me be real for a moment. A mock-up will never look like porcelain. Acrylic temporaries will never look like porcelain. Even freshly placed veneers won't look as natural as they will after months of healing. There's always some degree of leap of faith because neither the patient nor the dentist can truly see the final result until the case is completely finished. But with the right process, that leap becomes a small step. That's how we get as close to a sure thing as possible, even before the final veneers go in, and how you end up with a smile that still feels like you. So here's what all three of those patients had in common. They weren't afraid of veneers. They were afraid of looking unnatural. So here's the truth. The difference between natural veneers and fake veneers comes down to one thing: design. Not the shade, not the cost, not the celebrity inspiration, the design. Because veneers look fake when they're designed without your facial proportions. Too flat or too opaque, the wrong width or length, not balanced with your lips or smile line. Natural veneers, on the other hand, are built around your skin tone, your lip movement, your facial symmetry, your personality, the micro details that real teeth actually have. Here's a line I tell my own patients. Natural veneers look like they grew there, like your teeth were always that way. Fake veneers look like they were installed, like you're wearing a costume. And that all comes from thoughtful, customized planning, not the day of the procedure. So if you're thinking about veneers and you want results that look real, effortless, and you, remember this. You don't need perfectly white teeth. You don't need the most expensive material. You don't need a Hollywood smile. You need a design that's tailored to your face. That's how you get veneers that blend in, boost your confidence, and make you look like the best version of yourself, not a different person entirely. There's many things to consider when it comes to veneers, especially budget. A custom designed, handcrafted smile is a significant investment for most people. Watch this next video where I break down how much porcelain veneers really cost.